Discrimination, respecting your body and others. The Nihilwak believe that it is important to respect one's body. Some elders say that your hair is sacred and that you should take care of it, especially if it is long. You should not allow anyone to touch your hair without your permission. The elders also say that it's important to take care of the body by making sure it's not poisoned by alcohol or drugs. The elders also say it is important to eat good food like our ancestors ate. The elders also say to respect people and do not judge others' bodies and their looks because you do not know who is taking care of that person. Nihilwak believe we all have a spirit that watches over us. It is important to not offend that being. Four Winds went to a lot of ceremonies with his parents. One ceremony that he liked to attend was the Wikukewin ceremony, or the feast ceremony. Every year, the community had a feast at the cemetery. This day was called Flower Day. The reason why they had this community feast was to feed the spirits of the ancestors who had passed on to the spirit world. It was a warm spring May day when Four Winds went to the feast with his family. When they arrived, they noticed the many people. Everyone was sitting in a large circle just outside the graveyards. Each family was sitting together. In the middle of the circle was food in pots, pans, and boxes. This food would be served to the people during the feast. Four Winds' parents led the way and found a spot in the circle where he and his siblings could sit. As his family settled in to sit, something caught Four Winds' eyes. He saw this young man with a face that was different from other faces. It was bumpy and rough-looking. He stared at this young man. The young man felt that someone was staring at him, but he paid no attention to Four Winds. The ceremony started and people started praying. After the prayer, the men helped serve the food. After a while, the servers got to where Four Winds was sitting and began to serve him and his family some food. Four Winds stared more at the man with the strange face. His father noticed and gently told him to not stare, but Four Winds could not. After the feast was over, people packed up their food. Four Winds helped his parents carry the food to their truck. On the way home, Four Winds' father told him a story about the act of staring. He told Four Winds that it is not polite to stare at people or to make fun of people because they might look different. He reminded Four Winds that a spirit watches over all people, and if we make fun of others or stare at them, then you make the spirit that watches over you mad. This was called pastahon. Four Winds thought about what his father taught him and made up his mind to stop staring at people.